Hi, this is Dash Williams on Culturally Obsessed.
Hi, this is Jennifer, and I'm with Dash Williams, of course. And I am so excited to talk to you because not only am I a huge fan of Perpetual Grace, it's an amazing show. But beyond that, you've had such an amazing career at your age. You've done stand-up. You were on Fresh Off the Boat, of course. How did you get started?
I've been acting pretty much my whole life, basically. But I think I started professionally when I was about 7, so I've been doing it for a while. But yeah, I started doing improv. I think, yeah, I did improv before I started taking real acting classes.
Your stand-up, by the way, is really funny. I went to watch it, I was like, and I didn't know what to expect, but it's really good. I was like, this is like funny for adults. It's not just because you never know. Like, if I've never seen someone your age do stand-up. My roommate's a comedian, but she's in her 30s. So,
yeah.
But it's great. Have you always like had an inclination to do stand-up or?
It was fairly recent. I was doing improv forever, basically, before that. But I just decided that I wanted to try doing stand-up because I basically had done all the other forms of comedy. That was really the only one I hadn't done.
But this role, of course, in your current show is much different.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your character.
So in Perpetual Grace Limited, I'm Glenn. I work at a pawn shop that my dad owns. And I sort of just work in the pawn shop instead of going to school. And then Jimmi Simpson's character tries to rob the pawn shop, and I sort of like get caught up in his scheme to rob Ben Kingsley's character.
When I first started watching this show, I really had no idea what it was about. I just know that the cast is amazing. You have Jimmy, Ben Kingsley, Jacki Weaver. I mean, everybody amazing is on the show. Mm-hmm. And I think it's such a special show. It's so different from anything that's out there. And your role is so unique. And it's such a mature role. And I was so impressed by your acting. How did you approached? Did you audition for it? What was that whole process like?
It was just like a normal audition. Yeah, I only auditioned twice, which is, yeah.
They wanted you.
But yeah, it was fairly normal. I didn't get offered it immediately.
You're so good at it, though. How did you approach this character? Because it is so different from your past work.
It was mainly the first day I got there, I was with Jimmy, and I was just mainly trying to figure out because he had been there already. It was the 4th day, so I wanted to make sure that I was having the same pacing as him, and eventually that just I just turned the character on at some point, after 3 months. You can.
Yeah, and your scenes are a lot with Jimmy.
And just the writing's really rhythmic, yeah. And just it's the rhythm's basically in the script, so that helped me a lot.
But yeah, I feel for that writing, because the writing is so good, it's so specific. It really takes a talented actor, which is why I think the cast, they pick such phenomenal actors, which is also credit to you because that is not an easy role, I would think, and you play it so well. I'm just blown away by the show. I want everybody to see it. Yeah. Your advice, if someone your age came up to you and said they love acting and want to get into it, because it is a tough career.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Do improv and do it in front of people, and if you like that, then you'll be fine. I feel you can't do good acting at this stage, especially in LA where everybody does improv. You can't really do it without having done improv. Just because it helps and makes people a lot more confident, and you can make decisions and do all that kind of thing without really hesitating.
You just have to go.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because I just interviewed a director. Actually, he did a short with Constance Wu.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how he loves using, because it was a serious role, comedic actors in a serious role, mm-hmm. which is kind of this. And I agree with that because I think in comedy, there's a depth to it that people don't understand. So I feel it's a natural thing. Even Jimmy, he was always Sunny. Yeah. So I love that idea. And I love
the
that.
show isn't deeply depressing, though.
No, it's not at all.
It's a dark comedy in a lot of it, at least my parts. So that was kind of, I wasn't like, it's not like
no, it definitely,
yeah, but it definitely approaching things like
the whole show is amazing. From just like the cinematography is beautiful. It's
the cinematographer for Patriot directed some of these.
Perfect. Yeah.
Jimmy Whittaker.
It's beautifully shot, like the whole thing. It feels like a feature when you're watching it.
Mm-hmm. It's like really a movie.
It really is.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like TV at all. So, like when people try to describe it as like, oh, it's like this director, it's like, you can tell they're sort of struggling because it really is its own thing.
It's so it has no comparison because it truly is a unique show. That's what I love it, because there's different elements of weird things that I like all in one, but hasn't really been a predecessor like this. Even the writing is so unique.
Yeah.
I want everyone to see it on Epix. Since you do stand up, or you have done stand up, I'm curious, A, is that something that you're going to continue to pursue? Because I would love to see you live one day. And also, in that vein, do you think you'll ever get into writing? Because it is kind of closely connected in a way.
Yeah, I think I'll probably continue doing stand-up. I was also, our last UCB class, we started doing sketch. So that was also the first teen sketch class.
Oh my God,
so I did write some sketches.
Because I really feel like you'd have like some interesting writing.
Yeah, it's not what you would assume kids would write about.
Well, even your stand-up, it's like so beyond what I would expect. It's like...
I don't think you would expect like kids to write like comedy sketches in 2019 about like Watergate.
I love that, by the way.
But, yeah.
Thank you for doing that, because like a whole thing that I get frustrated is when people... Not that they don't know history, but aren't interested in it.
Well, none of the other teens in the class thought it was good, but I was like, I like this.
I love that.
They don't understand it, but the audience will get it.
I love that. Keep going with that, because they will, and I love that. Sometimes when like the rest of them don't get it, it means it's genius. So.
Well, because I knew they weren't going to understand like Watergate references, so I was like, I don't even, yeah.
How old are you now?
15.
I love the idea that you're 15 and doing a sketch about Watergate is genius to me. And please keep writing and keep doing comedy besides your wonderful acting work, because I absolutely want to see you live. Where can we find you online?
I'm -L Williams on Instagram and Twitter.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. It's been so lovely to talk to you. I was so stoked to meet you because the show, really, like I was like binging it. I was like, oh my God. Like the music, everything is just so phenomenal. And it's been a while since the show has really kind of like slapped me across the face. And
yeah,
it's a special piece, definitely. And I hope one of many great shows you'll be on in the future, which I'm sure you will.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.